knowledge be the source of such signals. The radio and optical spectrum allows the existence of perhaps billions of signal channels. We are faced with exploring a multitude of combinations of stars and channels for an elusive signal whose actual form we can only guess. We are challenged to use logic to predict what another civilization, probably much older and more advanced than us, might adopt as a technology we might detect. Here we have no choice but to enter a realm of ill-informed speculation about the abilities and motivations of advanced civilizations. To reach an answer, we have to become futurists, reaching far beyond our usual comfortable world of telescope technology to arrive at possible scenarios for the distant future. This becomes an exercise of intellect reaching far beyond the usual bounds of science theory. It is the provocative theme of the latter part of this book. Is the future of sapient creatures to become symbionts with computers of unimaginable capability? To become, in a way, immortal through our machines and to be intelligent beyond our wildest dreams? If so, what will the signals be? What will the messages be? Will we even be able to recognize them, let alone understand them? History is not encouraging. Our signals of today are very different from the signals of 40 years ago, which we then felt were perfect models of what might be radiated from other worlds of any state of advancement. We were wrong. If technology can change that much in 40 years, how much might it change in thousands or millions of years? Our powers of prediction so far have not been up to the task of answering this question. So we must assume that the search will be long and demanding of time and resources, both material and human. We will be groping in the dark. Realism demands that we accept this scenario. But to Seth Shostak and the others who join him in the search, it is all worth it, because the end result will be discoveries leading us along a new and incredibly rich fork in the long road of terrestrial history. Frank Drake. 1. News that would change the world. It felt as if I was sweating on the inside. I was anxious and nervous, confronting a disturbing, if melodramatic, thought. This might be the most important day in the history of Homo sapiens. The clock was easing past 3 a.m. on June 24, 1997, and we hadn't left the Institute. On most nights, this room would be forlorn, just another bit of office space in the Silicon Valley, passively waiting for morning like a garaged car. But tonight, the ceiling fluorescents hummed and flickered, while a half-dozen co-workers sat in a line like Easter Island moai, gazing at computer monitors. All that could be seen on the screens were a few lines of text and a graphic display, but they had our full attention. Hour after hour the hushed vigil continued, while on the far side of the country a radio telescope paced a dim star across the sky. Hundreds of millions of people were asleep in the landscapes between this room and that telescope, and they knew nothing of this. Not yet. But there was a chance, and we thought it a good chance, they would soon face a world that had changed forever. I looked again at a small, luminous pane of gray dots on the screen in front of me. To one side was a faint lineup of brighter dots, a white slash across the gray. That was the signal. That was the cosmic static mesmerizing us at this wee hour. There wasn't any sound. We had never bothered to hook up audio equipment to the computers, only the slowly marching phalanx of white dots. This signal, which we had picked up early the previous morning, had galvanized my colleagues at the radio telescope in West Virginia. Now, nearly a day later, we were watching it by remote control in California. The possibility of discovery was making me fidgety. My immediate worry, ironically, was about trivial matters. If the signal turned out to be real, if it was really beamed from aliens, then my schedule for the week was going to be completely messed up. Everything would need to be canceled or postponed.